Welcome back to the InherAlchemist TV. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look into TD Jakes. Now, I don't know much about TD Jakes because I'm not into televangelists and things like that. I'm familiar with the big names like him, Joel Osteen, and I have watched a little bit of content from his daughter Sarah from time to time, but I can't remember, like, is TD Jakes, like, was he in like a movie with Tyler Perry or something like that? Or was there like a movie called Women Out Thou Loose that he produced? I think that's the last time I remember hearing his name and actually being able to make that connection. But again, like I said, I'm not really like a televangelist type of person. But a subscriber requested the video, and obviously we've all been seeing all this stuff coming out about Diddy and about him being a part of Diddy's parties, and I guess therefore being guilty of something. I'm gonna do the reading, and then you can come to the conclusion that you want to come to. I will tell you right off the bat, TD Jakes is there is a sense of paranoia around him. I will say that. He is nervous. He is very concerned about being betrayed. And if he's acting proud or, arrogant or, unbothered, that's not the case. He's very concerned. Now, what that concern entails, we'll have to examine that when we look into the reading. But I will say that it is there. Now, let's start at the beginning. TD Jakes is coming in as being hit in the pockets by all of this that's going on. It's definitely having an effect on his budget or income because right now I just show that he's losing money. I don't know if some opportunities have been canceled. But this is definitely a time in which, listen, the bills is piling up, or some type of agreement or promises that he had or something he had in the works was taken away from him. Now, this was a big deal because this involves contracts. There's 2 contracts on the board that were up for, I guess, signing or looking at or something like that. It kind of makes me wonder if any of these guys were in the process of acquiring something big, because we know what happened with Bill Cosby. He was, I think, doing something with NBC or buying NBC or something like that. And it seemed, and there was one other person I can't remember, but it seemed like when they were trying to make these big acquisitions or these big power moves, a lot of these kind of stories started to come out. With these contracts being on the board and these breaches of contracts being on the board, it just kind of makes me wonder, was there any of that going on with him? With him and Diddy, because there's obstacles here. There's obstacles, and whatever moves they were making were being interrupted. That's how this reading starts out, with the 4 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles both being in the reverse. These are both money cards that are kind of like impacted, right? This means that your moves are being blocked. Whatever moves that you were going to be making are being blocked. And that you have some type of contract in play that's breached and no longer moving forward. And obviously, I think that has to do with some of these scandals. Now, TD Jakes, I don't know if he's in the ignorance and bliss stage, because in his mind, he's counting it all joy. He's still happy. He's still celebrating. He's still praising. I don't know if he came up with that false pride and covering up this nervousness and this paranoia over here. So I don't know if this is a fake front, but this shows that he's celebrating. He's celebrating his marriage. He's enjoying his family. And for the most part, within his family environment, he is putting on the spirit of being unbothered by this. He has peace of mind. He's demonstrating positive energy. He's showing his success. He's showing his peace. Right? And this is in the home. His home is uninterrupted by all that's going on. Now, you can call that the peace of God, or he may think of this as a crucifixion, or, there's plenty of spiritual ways of of interpreting attacks on you. You know what I mean? If this is an attack, I think it's an attack, but it doesn't make it not true or not valid per se, right? Now, what's in the back of his mind, though, because again, we saw that Six of Wands in reverse, right? The Six of Wands in reverse warns you that things may not be as victorious or as up on the up as they seem, because when they're upright, it's like a spirit of being celebrated, a spirit of vanity, a spirit of triumph. But when you look deep into that card, you see that horse looking like, nah, this is a false start. Like, you better hold on, Mississippi, hold on. Right? So, yeah, there's some paranoia there. There's some nervousness about being betrayed or about somebody lurking around you that has some negative feelings towards you. I got the devil in reverse again. There's somebody around you that you have rubbed the wrong way, and he has an instinct that this person is stirring this pot, and it looks like the person is in his family. Now, I know I just mentioned his daughter, Sarah. Somebody's coming in as the Page of Cups, which is typically a female card, but I'm showing it as a young male that he's helped in the past, that is connected to his family in some type of way, but maybe not related, but it's somebody that he's helped that's a part of this story. That's a part of this information exchange, or a part of pushing the story forward. But it looks like that person is going to be apologizing about something. And we're going to have to look into that a little bit later. Let me get back on track. Back of his mind, he knows that he feels that he's going to have the success, but this is going to be a struggle. It's a struggle right now. But I feel like he's going to come out on top. I really do. He has the Wheel of Fortune, and he has the Queen of Pentacles, and he has the Four of Wands. These are victorious cards over this situation. This is success after the struggle. This is about things being very difficult. Yes, they are. But he's going to continue. It looks like he's trying to stay in the faith, or stay with his faith, and press forward. He was having a time where money was absolutely right. But right now, I show again that there's some contract or something that was in a make that is being lost, that is impacting his finances, at least in that level. And it also makes me wonder if any of this is financially motivated. This Ten of Wands in the subconscious, or in the background, in the energy looming in the background, shows me that, yeah, there's some strife, but that he's going to come out on the top of it, because in a future position, we got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is not necessarily always fortunate, and it doesn't have to do with reversed or upright. The Wheel of Fortune is about fate and destiny. It's about, you have a time at the top, you have a time at the bottom, you have a time at the top and a time at the bottom, and how do you carry it when you're at the top, and how do you carry it when you're at the bottom? It's his time for the wheel to turn. It's his time to struggle. It's his time to strive. It's his time to fight. It's his time to address discord. It's his test. It is his proverbial cross to bear. There's a lot of fighting going on. There's a lot of argument. Everything is in disarray. That's a fact. But this wheel, after this period of, to me, kind of like success, and having held yourself and having counted it all joy, now the wheel is turning and saying, what are you going to do now that everything is about to fall apart? Right? Everything is definitely falling apart around him. But the question is, what are you about to do? Now, he's coming in as the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords typically tells the truth. The Ace of Swords typically gives you the moment of clarity. The Ace of Swords typically involves you having a victory over a situation. But there's a lot of intense emotional energy involved in that. This situation is going to break him. It is already in the process of breaking him as a testament to his faith, I believe. He has a huge power behind him. He does. He has the victory. He is victorious. I'm telling you that now. He's gonna win. But I feel like this is about him trusting in his own self and his own abilities. Let me clarify this Ace of Wands. This Ace of Swords, excuse me. This is about trusting yourself. This is about reminding yourself that you can change any situation. And again, I think that this heavily has to do with some type of monetary things that was going on, right? There is definitely some empty words. Has TD Jakes been insincere in the past? And that's why this is coming up? I don't want to say that this is karma because I'm not seeing any karma cards. But the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords in reverse. And the Two of Swords in reverse can be about lies. It can be about being insincere and fake. It's possible that TD Jakes is a huge fake. It is possible. The Ace of Swords gives you the truth, but then you have that clarified by the Two of Swords in reverse. So is this the truth meaning you are truthful, or is this the truth meaning that you're fake? But at the same time, he's coming in as having the victory. So is this you going to fake yourself out of this and be successful and victorious in fooling the people, gooping the girls, if you will? It's possible. I don't feel like he's as certain as he should be. Like I said, I was feeling like he was having some paranoia and concerns about being betrayed. So I don't feel like he has. Now, he could be faking his happiness. He could be faking. Now, with this fake energy, actually, I can look at it as, with this counting it all joy and these testimonies about overcoming and things like that might come. That could be him faking it because in his mind or in the back of his mind or in his concerns or in his outcome, he is concerned about being betrayed. But just because you're betrayed doesn't mean that somebody's telling the truth about you. People betray you when they lie on you. People betray you by lying. That's what betrayal is the most. When people close to you come out and tell bald-faced lies on you. And I think he's concerned about that. It looks like there was some type of dispute in the family, like I said, with some type of friend of the family or family relative or adopted family or foster child. I feel like it's somebody in the family that's not of blood. It could be an in-law. There's somebody that's inside but outside that I think plays a pivotal part in this. I do. Now he got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, clarifying this fake energy. Now this Seven of Pentacles is about having mixed emotions, having mixed feelings. But it's also about kind of like turning a blind eye and staying focused on the things you need to focus on and worrying about the projects that you have in place. Like I said, there's 2 contracts on the table and one of them is being revoked or breached or taken away from him. That's affecting the money. But this Seven of Pentacles in reverse is saying like you need to kind of like keep your focus on that. You know what I mean? But it's showing that also that money is a heavy reason why for this whole situation. This whole situation is about money and contracts. Now, how many people play a part in that? I'm not sure that we have the devil on the board. We have the tower on the board. We have pages. We have kings. We have a lot of things going on. But it is about money and contracts. This is giving me some big red type of shit. You know, my hours are from 9 to 5, big red. This is giving like a big red and Jimmy type of vibe. Like, I don't know who he was in with. Like, does the church have a version of the mafia or something like that? Like, was he loan sharking or something like that? Like, does he owe somebody? Is there a building that he owns or something? Like I said, I think it has to do with acquisitions, possibly. But that's just me kind of playing off of what was going on with other people who this has happened to when they were trying to acquire things. Now, that was me making the comparison with the contracts, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. It's not like I'm looking into it in the cards and see that. I'm just saying that that's the type of contracts that are on play or on display. Right? This is a family. This is a family, somebody close to their family, but I don't think in their family. I don't know. Honestly, I think it's a son-in-law. I think it's a son-in-law or a friend of a son, or there's somebody in the family that has contributed to this issue that's going on of this stuff coming out. I'm gonna say that. I don't know. I'm having a hard time kind of putting the story together, but it looks like he rubbed somebody the wrong way. You know what I mean? And this is a feeling that has been kind of looming, or a person has been kind of like looking at him sideways ever since. I don't know if maybe he put the person out or he kicked the person out of their family before they were ready, or maybe this person asked for some money, he didn't give it to him. Could have even been renting some property from him. Somebody could have occupied one of his properties at some point. But they play a part in this kind of story a little bit. Right? Now, so far, I'm not necessarily showing like a bunch of sexual scandalousness. I don't even show a lot of sexual energy in this spread. Other than this devil in reverse, which is really showing as just an overall sensation and feeling of negativity and chaos. There's chaos for sure. There's fighting for sure. And a lot of it has to do with family, and a lot of it has to do with contracts. But I don't show a lot of this heavy partying, sex, drugs, and rock and roll shit. I don't. I show a lot of betrayal surrounding money and contracts. That's what I'm showing. TD Jakes is coming in as a King of Cups, which is a businessman, or this could be another man. You know, I don't know if this is another man that had that little contract situation going on. But if it's TD Jakes, he's coming in as a businessman who looks out for people and gives good advice to people and is a solid individual. Like, I can't make it what it's not, you guys. I just can't. I wish I could tell you, oh yes, all this scandalous stuff, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Yes, he's worried. Yes, he's concerned. I'm not even showing that he's hiding or covering up things. I don't even show any of the... I just don't show it, you guys. I don't show it. I show it as... I just don't show it. He's showing as a man of insight. Okay, here we got the Seven of Swords. That's one scandalous card. But it's funny because the Seven of Swords is normally a card of deception and trickery, but not in this deck, you know, because each tarot deck that you use, the cards have a different meaning. And in this tarot deck, this is the Seven of Swords is not even about a betrayal. It's about hard work. It's about not taking the easy way out of things. Now, I don't know what easy way out there could even be in this situation, but this is the Seven of Swords here is about saying that you're going to have to actually put in that work, but that work could be in addressing some type of family issue that's going on, or some type of family situation, because the family is figuring heavily. And if I'm you guys, I don't want to accuse anybody of anything, but if I had it to do, I would say that his daughter's husband is gonna be brought up at some point as an op. You know what I mean? I don't want to say like an op like that, but I feel like he plays some type of part. I don't know. But this is about money and power, you guys. This is not about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. This is about money and power. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.